This looked incredible. I love the way they were able to play around. What even is that? Oh my god.
Hello everyone, it is week 7 of the Fantasy League. How's it all going? It's going fine. What happened last week? Well, Sapphire decided to wipe the floor with us in terms of predictions in what could have been considered the oddest week to have ever happened in the LEC over its years-long tradition. And for our Fantasy League, it made things really fun. But it's time for week 7, so we've got the rundown. Friday starts off with Friday's games, and it ended up with Schalke and XL taking each other on. Both with differing seasons and differing objectives being grabbed, but Schalke took the objectives for this game, ended up with 4 of them: the Tower, the Herald, the Baron, and the Win. XL did get the Dragon and the First Blood, just didn't work out well for him, and Schalke ended up on a tear. We go for game 2 now, and it's SK versus Misfits, and well, Misfits decided to bounce back after a rough couple of weeks and ended up with 5 out of the 6 objectives. Again, the Tower, the Dragon, the Herald, the Baron, and the Win. Schalke did get the... not Schalke? SK got the First Blood, but not much more other than a kill lead. But we moved to game 3, and it was Origin versus Mad Lions, and Origin got mad in terms of objectives. They got the Tower, the Dragon, the Herald, and the First Blood, but Mad Lions weren't having any of it. And when it came to the Baron, they just took it down neatly, and then destroyed Origin afterwards. Game 4, G2 versus Vitality, and G2, after 7 weeks, decided they wanted a sweep. So they picked up every objective in the game. Vitality did feel a little out of place, which is a shame considering their strong-ish performance. But yeah, G2 just ended up with getting a load of kills as well, 14-4. Game 5, it was Rogue versus Fnatic, and well, Rogue decided they wanted to get nearly all the objectives again, but they were stopped on their little sweep, as they did not get the Herald. That ended up in Fnatic's court. They did pick everything else up though, comfortably, and kept themselves on the top of the table with Mad Lions. But it's always time to go to the weekend, and Saturday led us with Schalke versus Origin, and if you thought it was weird that Schalke were getting a 2-0 sweep last week, be really concerned because they got it again this week. Objective wise, they also got the sweep there. Origin were so out of place this game, they even got the Baron stolen from them. A win for Schalke at 17 kills to 5. We move onwards and forwards to XL versus Misfits, and XL got themselves the win. Straight back on the horse, and also got themselves the Tower, the Herald, and the Baron. Misfits had that very strong early start with the First Blood and an early Dragon, but not much else. Kill wise, 10-5 in favour of XL. Game 3, and it was SK's turn to take on the dominant Rogue. So prepared to be shocked on the fact that Rogue lost this game. They got an even amount of objectives. They got the Tower, they got the Dragon, they didn't get the Dragon, they got the Herald, they got the First Blood, It was SK that got the dragon and stole themselves the Baron before then getting the win. Mad Lions versus Vitality. And remember how we've been saying throughout this tournament that anything Rogue can do, Mad can do as well? Yeah, lose is what Mad did in this game. They got themselves a tower and the Herald, but Vitality got everything else. The Dragon, the Baron, First Blood, the win. It just worked out well for them. And this was a defensive game as well, but they got there 20 kills to 8. Saturday wrapped up with the game of the week, which was G2 versus Fnatic. And, well, it was a bit disappointing actually. G2 kind of just stomped, even though Fnatic had an early game advantage. And they got themselves a dragon in the first blood, but G2 got the rest. The tower, the herald, the baron, a whole bunch of kills, and the win. I mean, look at that. And there it is, 25 kills to 9. So, we discussed the elephant in the room on this. There was a little issue in regards to the Week 7 results. Sapphire's points were only going to come from wins, and due to XL winning one game, Sapphire didn't end up pointless. But it does mean she was back in the pack in terms of points. But if you also look at the week, when D finishes in 5th place with 30 points, it was high scoring. So everything got jiggled out a little bit, as you can see with some of the predictions here from the bottom half of the table. But if we have a look at the top half for this week, your winner with 47 points out of a potential 70 was Terry. Andrea got back into the game a little bit, along with Darius. And then my little lonely self there at 31 points. But with everything that had happened, and even including that snafu, how did the big table look? Well, it is still pretty close all the way around in terms of a sort of 50-point swing. Andrea there just outside of the top 4 positions at 253 points. And if we have a look at the top, Terry has entered the top 4 for the first time in the tournament. But there is still everything to play for because we got the Super Week. 105 points for each of us up for grabs, so anyone can get into the top 4. But will things change? Find out next week on the Fantasy League.